I like to listen to instrumental music, and I like to listen to my favorite piece of classical music is Chopin's Second Piano Concerto. But even when I listen to that, I'm staging it in my head. I'm usually thinking of it in terms of a ballet or kind of how it affects me emotionally. So music is sort of, I don't put music on to relax. I put it on to kind of be involved with it.
Well, most people who are in musical theater actually had classical training. Some imagine they'd be opera singers, or they sang with chorales.
Actually, it's actually shocking how few music theater actors have classical backgrounds.
Oh, really?
Yes, it's
because
shocking.
they usually sound like they had that ambition.
Well, what's interesting is that I would say fewer than 20% have a strong classical background, and many people do not read music. They have a fantastic ear. So on the first day of rehearsals, I'll be sitting there, like with everything completely learned or sight reading something, and the person sitting next to me is struggling. But then the next day, they've got it completely memorized and down, and I'm still using the music. So they've got they've learned how to like quickly work it into their bloodstream, whereas I can rely on the music, longer than they can.
But still, that kind of approach probably helps you when you appear in an encores production.
Well, it does. It does.
Until yesterday, you were in Juno, based on Sean O'Casey's Juno and the Paycock.
Yes.
That's your third encores.
I'm so sad it's over. It was such a thrilling experience and fantastic score by Mark Blitzstein, and we Joseph Stein was on hand at every single performance, and he wrote the book, and he's the granddaddy of our art form. So to have him there was so special.
Well, this is your second Mark Blitzstein, isn't it? Cradle of Rock?
Yes, I did the film directed by Tim Robbins, and so at the first orchestra read-through, our conductor was Eric Stern, the marvelous Eric Stern, and the fantastic Encores Orchestra, and hearing those orchestrations, which are surprise, even though it was 30 pieces in the orchestra, the orchestrations were very sort of, some of them kind of spare and gentle and sparse and very emotional, and I don't know, it just sounds, it's a very distinctive sound, Mark Blitzstein.
Well, the New York Times of Juno said that you were a principal reason to see the production, and you were playing a mother again. Now
Here we go again. Well, what can I say?
You played a mother in The Light in the Piazza.
That's right. Well, you know what? I originally said no to Juno because I didn't want to play, another mother in a sweater. And then, of course, what's my costume fitting? They're like, well, here's your sweater. And I'm like, oh, here we go again, the cardigan. Not that I wore any cardigans in Light in the Piazza, but just like the image of a mother. But I do emotionally connect very much with a mother's story. I'm a mother myself, and it has defined me in many ways.
Although in Light in the Piazza, she's both protective and domineering.
Mm-hmm. Well, and I would say that the same is true of Juno, but they're completely different people. And I sort of went into a trance with both of these characters. Even though I worked on Margaret Johnson in Piazza, I worked on that role for 3.5 years, and this one I've only been working on for a few months, but there was a channeling situation going on there.
Well, some of this music can be rather difficult. On the record, you sing "I Got Lost in His Arms," Berlin. Mm-hmm. You have "Before the Parade Passes By" from "Hello, Dolly." It's Jerry Herman. Mm-hmm. But you've also done Michael Lacusa. You've done Stephen Sondheim, Mark Blitzstein. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Is there a difference, or is all singing the same?
Well, there is a difference. There's a difference in how you prepare the voice for different songs. There's a difference in the way you approach it, how you vocalize, how you warm up, how you warm down. But
you don't have those lush melodies with some of those composers.
Yeah, the melody line, the through line is different, what we call just line in music and singing, which has to do with breath control and the way the voice is controlled. It's different. Some things are spoken more, some things you bring up more chest resonance, some things are sweeter. So those are all decisions that get to be made.